Hello, all. Welcome back to One Stop Law. Now, yesterday on Monday, 24th October 2022, Rishi Sunak won the Conservative Party leadership race in the United Kingdom to become the next British Prime Minister. He is all set to create history as Britain's first Indian origin Prime Minister after being elected unopposed as the new leader of the governing Conservative Party in UK after the former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson withdrew from the race and Penny Mordaunt failed to secure enough backing from the Tory members. Rishi Sunak will be appointed today on 25th October 2022 as the third British Premier in the last 3 months in a stunning leadership change amid an acute economic crisis in Britain after the former two Prime Ministers, Boris Johnson and Liz Truss, resigned. Sunak, a former Chancellor, a devout Hindu, was comfortably in the lead, having secured the public backing of over half of the 357 Tory MPs, which is way above the minimum 100 requirement to get shortlisted. This development followed after several weeks of turmoil in UK politics, after Ms. Liz Truss resigned under pressure within 45 days of being appointed as the UK Prime Minister after her economic agenda backfired. As a Briton with Indian ancestry, Rishi Sunak will be the first person of colour and the first Hindu to lead the United Kingdom. At the age of 42 years, Rishi Sunak becomes the youngest Prime Minister of United Kingdom in the last 2 centuries. And as all of these come just 7 years after he was elected as the Conservative Party MP for the first time from Richmond in North Yorkshire in 2015, let us have a quick look into his journey to the 10 Downing Street, UK. Let's get started with the video. Rishi Sunak was born on 12th May 1980 at Southampton on the southern English coast. His family came from India to UK as his grandparents were from Punjab, who emigrated to Britain from Eastern Africa in 1960s. Sunak's father Yashveer was a general practitioner of medicines while his mother Usha ran a local pharmacy in Southampton. Rishi Sunak was the eldest of the 3 siblings. He has often spoken about the sacrifices his parents have made to send him to Windsor College, a top private school in Britain. After completing his graduation from Oxford University in 2001 and MBA from the Stanford University in 2006, Sunak started his career in banking. In 2010, he set up a private investment partnership to help small entrepreneurial British companies to grow. In 2009, Rishi Sunak got married to Akshata Murthy, who is the daughter of the Indian billionaire businessman Mr. N.R. Narayana Murthy, who was the co-founder of Infosys, and Mrs. Sudha Murthy, a famous author. Rishi and Akshata have 2 daughters. Sunak is a devout Hindu and is quite regular at temples. His daughters Anushka and Krishna are also rooted in the Indian culture. When he became an MP for the first time, he swore his oath of allegiance on the Bhagavad Gita. Sunak has said in public that even though he is a British citizen, he always remains a proud Hindu. As a politician with a young mind, he was chosen as the Conservative Party MP for Richmond in the year 2015. That year only, he also became the head of the Black and Minority Ethnic Research Unit of the Policy Exchange. From 2015 to 17, he was a member of the Environment, Food and Rural Affairs Select Committee. Sunak was again re-elected as MP in 2017 general election. In 2018 and 19, he served as the Parliamentary Under-Secretary, where he supported the then Prime Minister Boris Johnson in the 2019 Conservative Party leadership election. Just a month after becoming a Chancellor in 2019 under the Prime Ministership of Boris Johnson, Rishi Sunak was thrust into an economic crisis overseeing the government's response to the COVID pandemic. He proved his doubters wrong, who feared his inexperience of high office as he led the economic response to the COVID pandemic by setting up new coronavirus retention scheme. He also masterminded the Eat Out, Help Out scheme, encouraging diners back to restaurants post-pandemic. However, he quit in July 2022, citing differences with Prime Minister Boris Johnson, and Prime Minister Boris Johnson also resigned soon after in August 2022. Rishi Sunak is said to be the richest man in the House of Commons with a massive net worth of £730 million. Some reports had indicated that his wife Akshata is even wealthier than the Majesty in Britain. Sunak and his wife made their debut in the annual Sunday Times Rich List earlier this year. The revelation that his wife had from non-dorm tax status proved politically toxic, after which Akshata Sunak later changed her tax arrangements. Sunak's political opponents have often commented on his expensive houses, clothes, and shoes, suggesting that he is out of touch with ordinary people. Sunak had challenged earlier this year Truss in a party leadership race in September 2022, but he lost. This is because Sunak always stood firm on his focus on inflation rather than any vote-winning tax cut promises to woo a traditionally low tax-favoring Conservative Party membership base. Therefore, when he stood against Liz Truss's tax-cutting plans, he was rejected by the Conservative Party members. But only a few weeks later, his colleagues have decided him, that is Rishi Sunak, to be the man to bring stability in UK politics and economy.
Service to the country. She has led with dignity and grace through a time of great change and under exceptionally difficult circumstances, both at home and abroad. I am humbled and honoured to have the support of my parliamentary colleagues and to be elected as leader of the Conservative and Unionist Party. It is the greatest privilege of my life to be able to serve the party I love and give back to the country I owe so much to. The United Kingdom is a great country, but there is no doubt we face a profound economic challenge. We now need stability and unity, and I will make it my utmost priority to bring our party and our country together, because that is the only way we will overcome the challenges we face and build a better, more prosperous future for our children and our grandchildren.
It is truly said that with great power comes greater responsibilities and accountability. So as Rishi Sunak inherits an economy that was headed for a recession even before Liz Truss's tax-cutting budget, which sent shockwaves crashing the pound, he must get a dire challenge to face this economic turmoil in UK. As he settles down after delivering his maiden speech today from the steps of 10 Downing Street, Mr. Sunak's first job will be to appoint his top team before he faces the first session of Prime Minister's questions in the Parliament on next Monday. So Sunak is definitely going to face a range of dire economic challenges in the upcoming days, but we wish him all the best. We are hopeful that he will take out UK from this turmoil condition. But at the same time, it is very very interesting for us Indians to see a country with Christian majority to welcome a Hindu in a Prime Minister of Indian origin with open arms. So this is quite an unique and a proud moment for us Indians. We wish him all the very best, and let's see what happens in UK politics in the upcoming days under the leadership of Rishi Sunak. That's all for this video. Till I see you in some other lecture. Thank you all.